Hello everybody, it's Corey from Gemini Guitar, back for some Gothic guitar today. So we're going to be focusing on some melodic arpeggiations. So let's get down to business. The first chord we're going to be playing is in the 5th position, so you'll need to position the 3rd at the 7th on the 4th string, and the 5th fret, string 3, that'll be with the index, and then we're going to put the 4th finger at the 8th on the 2nd string. We will be playing all the notes from the 5th string down to the 1st string. So this chord works over 2 bars. In bar 1 we're going to play 5th, 4th, 3rd, 4th. And then we're going to play 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. In bar 2 then, we're going to play 4th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd. And then 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Basically, we're going to do the same string picking pattern when we move to the 3rd and the 4th bar, but we're going to just change one note. So the pinky finger is going to come off, and then we're going to place the middle at the 6th fret on string 2. So I'm just going to play both these bars so you can see how they work together. Moving into the 5th bar, we're going to go down into the 1st position. And the first chord here is, well actually it's really the only chord, I'm just embellishing around it. It's an F major 7 type of thing. So we just need the 3rd and the middle down, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, strings 4, string 3. The other notes we'll be using are fret 1 on the 2nd, fret 3 on the 2nd. One thing you can do here, and this is what I did in the introduction, was I made a pull off from the 1st fret on string 2 to the open 2nd string. That one didn't come out quite right. You can flick it up if you want to. Sometimes that's the preferred choice when you're on the 2nd string here, just so you don't clip the 1st string too much. So if you'd like to try that, you can certainly do so. Moving into bar 7, it's pretty much the same thing, except for the very end note in the 8th bar. So this is from the previous 2-bar fragment, 5 and 6. 7 and 8 are virtually identical except for the last note. So what we're going to do then in the 9th and 10th bar is exactly what we did in the 3rd and 4th bar. Now, I do this different ways, different times, 9th and 10th fret. I guess it just depends on whether I remember to do it actually, but I'm able to do it both ways. What I'm speaking about is from the chord we were just doing, sometimes it helps to fret it a bit differently because of where we're going to. So the shape that we're moving into is essentially just an A minor chord, but we do need the open first string. So instead of barring the finger at the 5th fret on string 3 and 2, you'll need to use the index and then the middle with the pinky finger at fret 7 on the 4th string. So one of the ways you can make the change a little bit easier is if you fret the previous chord like with pinky, 1st and 3rd. That way then when you move to the next chord you only have to change one finger, which is placing the middle down at fret 5 on string 2. And in fact, in the end of bar 12, what I decided to do was take the fingers off, so to play the open 3rd string, and that gives you just a little bit of time to get back into position for the next part. So I'd recommend doing that just so it doesn't sound too robotic and clunky at that point. Just gives you a bit of time to get cleanly into the next chord. And that leads us to the 13th bar. So at this point, we're basically doing what we did in bars 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, except for the last note. And the last note's actually different to both those previous fragments. It's the open first string. So it should sound and look like this. And continuing that theme to finish things off, so doing the same thing right up until the very end where we'll stop at fret 1 on string 2, just to give us some time to get to the A minor change because we want to brush through that like this, as opposed to just, which of course you can do, but I decided not to. So bars 15, 16 and 17.